Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick post because I've had a couple people reach out in the last couple days and say, "Hey, I'm not coming off benzos, but I have experienced a lot of these same things coming off of sleep drugs. The most common being ambien, lunesta, sonata. Those are the ones we tend to know and are more familiar with. And so I appreciated the nudge to make sure that I include that. When you go online and you look at things like Benzo Buddies, which is the online community for benzo withdrawal that has upwards of 70 to 90,000 members, or you look at the Facebook groups, there are certainly lots of people on those groups that are people that are coming off of these sleep drugs. And unfortunately for a portion of those folks, just like for a portion of us that take benzos, if they get into a complicated withdrawal, it looks very similar to benzodiazepine withdrawal, primarily because there's a similar mechanism of action for them. I keep talking about these GABA-A receptors and the damage that's happening, and it's a similar mechanism of action for these, what they call Z drugs, or these sleep drugs. So it's important that we include all of you that are going through that. I've met several people over the last couple of years that stand out in my mind as only ever having been on that. They'd never been on a benzo or any other type of medication. I had one woman I spoke to who had just been on ambien for about 10 years and was on a small dose, but was taken off pretty quick, wasn't tapered, was taken off over the course of a week or two. And I was talking to her, it was probably a year and a half later, and she was still grappling with some really debilitating symptoms that were really similar to benzo withdrawal. So that can definitely happen. And of course, this class of medication also comes with its own kind of set of black box warnings. Most of us are familiar with this because it's been all over the media and all over television and movies. These kind of sleepwalking, sleep eating, people waking up, covered in food, sleep driving. And unfortunately, you can imagine that sometimes bad things happen, obviously, when people are sleepwalking, sleep driving, sleep eating. So there are the black box warnings regarding that. But it is important to note that for the unlucky percentage that go through a complicated withdrawal from these drugs, it looks similar to benzo withdrawal. So thank you for pointing that out. I want to make sure that we're holding all of you guys in mind too, that are grappling with those symptoms and those withdrawal effects. At the bottom of this post in the writing area, I'm going to add a couple of podcasts that I have made mention to in previous posts. I'm just going to add a few on the bottom that would be good places of support for you guys to look at if you haven't already, in addition to this. Thanks so much. Take care.